Hello friends. In recent budget, there has been a lot of changes and a lot of hue and cry from public because one way the government has almost doubled the STT on FNO. Second way, they reduce the indexation benefit on long-term capital gain tax. And now a lot of people understand that now they have to pay a lot of more taxes as compared to earlier, which is true also in most of the scenario. But forget about that. In today's video, I am going to share two secret CA tips, tax planning tips, which if you implement properly, plan properly, you will never ever in your life pay long-term capital gain tax. And that's I'm going to prove in this video is very much feasible and possible if you plan it properly. So what are those tax planning tips? How you can implement? That's I'm going to tell you in this video. There's another point I want to edit. This video is for both, for NRI as well as resident taxpayer. So if you're watching this, either you're NRI or resident taxpayer, both of you can implement these two tips. Now, first step is whenever you're planning to buy your house, your first house, and if you're married, or even if you're not married, try to add one co-owner. It can be your parents if you are not married. It can be your spouse if you are married. What are the benefits I'm going to share? I'm going to tell you in my second tips. But always do this. There are a lot of benefit which I will explain to you later. So first tip is that. Second important tip. Once you start investing, like you buy a house and see after a certain point people sell this house. So when they sell the house, they have some capital gain and they end up paying taxes on that. Now understand that if you have a residential house and you are selling and buying another residential house, there is a deduction under section 54 and in which you just have to invest the capital gain. Now understand, you bought a house 50 lakh rupees. After say 5 years, you're selling that house say 1 crore rupees. Then you have to just reinvest another 50 lakh rupees either in a house or you can invest in a bonds, capital gain bonds, which is up to 50 lakh rupees, and you can save your 100% capital gain tax. Now some people may ask, sir, but I have to buy a big house, I have to pay a bigger amount. Now understand, most of cases we buy house on loan, so still after selling we just have to pay 10-20% of down payment, and remaining amount we can invest in capital gain bonds and we can reduce or remove our capital gain tax. So if suppose I made 50 lakh rupees of capital gain, I invest in capital gain bonds 50 lakh rupees, and the remaining 50 lakh rupees I paid as a down payment for new house, bigger house, I don't have to pay any capital gain tax. Now, second stage generally comes that we further grow. Now, I told you earlier to add one co-owner. What is the benefit? Suppose my capital gain is more than 50 lakh. Then I can only buy capital gain bonds under 54 EC up to 50 lakh. But if there is a two people or co-owner, then each one of us can buy 50 lakh bonds. So that means even suppose I made 1 crore rupees of capital gain on which I have to pay approximately 15 lakh rupees of tax. If I invest that 1 crore rupees, 50 lakh each in a capital gain bond account or a capital gain bond system scheme, I will end up paying zero capital gain tax. That's possible if you plan properly. As possible, either you bought it with your spouse or bought it with your parents. So first thing, you always do that. Now, the second option also, after that, generally people after first house, they earn, they save some more money, and suppose they want to upgrade their house, right? Now, once you want to upgrade their house or you want to buy another house, just understand this concept very clearly. So after once you sell your house, you have option of buying either a bond or buying a new house also. So suppose you want to buy two houses. So how many houses you can buy within this limit? Up to two houses you can maintain and you can still get a benefit. Now further life moves, and suppose now you do not want to buy houses, you want to invest something in stocks. So how to save capital gain bonds at that time? Now understand, I suppose have two houses. I sold one house, right? For example, again, I bought a house for 50 lakh and then I sold that house for 1 crore. Now, what I can do, once I got 1 crore rupees, the 50 lakh rupees, again, I invest in another house and the remaining 50 lakh, which is, you can understand my principal. Now, simply I explain you. I bought my second house after a certain point, and 50 lakh rupees I bought that house. After 5 years, I sold my second house. First house I'm staying there. Second house I bought for either for staying for my parents or just for investment purpose. Now second house I sold and I got 50 lakh rupees of say capital gain. That 50 lakh rupees of capital gain, I can buy another house, which is again my second house because one house I sold. And the principal part, the initial 50 lakh of my cost, I can invest in stock market. So now I started investing in my stock market. Also, I started building my portfolio also. Now, what happened generally after a certain point? Definitely, I would like to sell my shares and book profit, maybe for some other purposes. Now, what are the benefit I have? Now, understand. If I sell my shares, I suppose I have a good big profits at 10 20 lakh rupees. And if I plan selling my stocks and my house together, the second house I'm talking, which I took taken as an investment, and then I buy another house with that, I can claim benefit on my stock market investment also under section 54F, and I can also claim benefit on selling my second house and buying another house. So basically always what need to do, I need to maintain two houses maximum, and always whenever I'm selling my said stocks, I can invest in either in new house or I can again buy a capital gain bonds worth 50 lakh rupees. So by maintaining that, what I just want to do, I want to buy bigger and bigger house, better and better house, and just maintain my house up to two level. And every time I sell something, I get a capital gain. I just need to ensure if it is a stock, I have maintained more than 1 year so that I get long term capital gain benefit. And if it's a house, I just need to maintain for 2 years. Now it is only 2 years, 24 months. If I just follow this, every time I have some capital gain, I got always two options. First option, when I sold my house or I sold my stocks, either I buy new house combining my earlier gains, or I buy a 50 lakh rupees of capital gain bonds. And this way, whatever capital gain I'm making, I can always renew, reinvest, and never end up paying any capital gain on that. Now, some people may have some practical question, sir, if it's like my only stock market related gain, do I need to sell my second house also? No, it's not always required, but then only you have one option, and that option is buying a bonds. So up to 50 lakhs rupees, you can buy a bond and you will end up paying capital gain on your stock market investment. Now, some people may say that, sir, if I just sold a house and I want to invest money in stock market, can I do it? You cannot invest the complete amount, but you can always invest the principal or the purchase cost. As I told you, 50 lakh rupees house you bought, you sold for 1 crore. This 50 lakhs, either you invest in new house or you invest in capital gain bonds, and the 50 lakh which was your initial capital or purchase cost of the house, you can always take it to stock market. This way you can build your real estate investment also and stock market investment also, and just this way you can bring it up, because there is no value cap on how big house you can buy. So suppose you sold 50 lakh rupees house, tomorrow you can buy 1 crore rupees house. Next day you can after a few years you can buy 2 crore rupees house. So you can just keep increasing your stake without increasing the number of houses you are holding. Most of people make this mistake. They buy small unit, multiple unit, and they end up losing all this capital gain benefit. And let me tell you, this is very practical. Lots of professionals, they do it. They just keep buying the higher value houses instead of buying multiple houses. And second important thing, whenever suppose they're selling stocks, instead of selling like stocks every day, or some people will try to do a kind of trading. See, one thing, I will definitely make videos on long term investment also sometime, because I think it's very important nowadays where people are getting into trading. But understand, the big money is only made in long term investment. So when you keep your money, your investment in stock market for long term, you not only get handsome return, you also get chance to save your all long term capital gain taxes. and you may feel like it's just 10 or 12 or 12.5%, but just consider over the year how much taxes you are saving, and when you're investing this saving, how much wealth you are creating. And I hope you will appreciate this concept of revolving your investment from real estate to stocks, from stocks to bond, from bonds to residential houses, and this way you can just jack up your investment without paying any capital gain in whole of your life, and just can enjoy tax-free income in India. It's very much possible. If you got more query and question on that, more practical scenario, I am available here. You can put your queries as a comment, or you can send me as a mail, or you can call me my client support staff also. Number and email ID of same has been provided on the front page of my YouTube channel. And just a request, don't put your personal details on comment section. So if you have any query, send it to me. Either me or my team will come back and respond to those queries. So if you have any other queries, or if suppose you are getting any kind of notices from income tax and you feel these notices are just pure harassment, you send it to us as a team, or as a suppose my follower. I will handle those notices. I will file appeal against those notices for free for you. This is my promise with you. So that's all in this video. Thank you. Have a nice day.